Hey yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy J-Nuck over here at Hookah-Nucka. And today I decided to go ahead and make a little hookah for beginners type of video. Figured, you know what? A lot of people are getting into this hookah game. So let me go ahead and do my part and maybe just give them a little bit of guidance. So let's get into it. Alright, so what we got here, first and foremost, you want to address your hookah situation. There's various amounts of styles and brands out there. But for me, even though it wasn't my very first hookah, I wish it was. I wish I would have started with the Khalil Mamoon hookah. What you see in front of you pictured is going to be a Shika, and these two are Khalil Mamoons. There's so many different styles to choose from, but I would highly recommend, if you don't already have a little $20 Chinese pumpkin hookah or something like that, definitely go out and get a Khalil Mamoon. You will not be sorry. It is the proper way to enter the hookah game, in my opinion. Alright, so next we want to address the hose. So when you buy Khalil Mamoon, most likely it's going to come with the hose. It's not going to be a washable hose in most cases. With mine, when I purchased mine, I received a Khalil Mamoon rainbow hose. But with the blue and black Magneto, I received a Najum hose. These hoses are available at 5starhookah.com, and this is an excellent hose. This is a really good hose. So this would be something that's pretty ideal to start out with if you're just smoking hookah for the first time. It's a very good hose. It's not a restricted draw, but it's not going to be too heavy of a draw. If it's a little rich for your blood, that's fine. You could always do a fancy hose, and this is like a little $4.99 plastic hose. But I've had this hose for 2 years now, and it still works great. It's an excellent hose. These are more ideal for if you're gonna go to like a hookah lounge and you wanna have your own material, your own hose. This is ideal to take, just in case, like if you don't wanna use a mouth tip or something, and you know, $4.99, if you need to throw it away when you're done, then you know, it's $5. $5 is a lot, but for a hose, you know what I mean? You kinda... Okay, the next thing is going to be the bowl that you smoke out of. And I know a lot of people like Egyptian funnel bowls, which is the one with the 5 holes in the bottom. That's going to be like the most common starter hookah bowl. But if you're asking me what would be the best to start with, my personal opinion would be the Alien bowl. I love this bowl. This is absolutely my favorite bowl to this day. I like it because it doesn't take too much shisha. You could get about a good 15 to 20 grams lightly packed in there. You're just saving a lot of shisha, and you could get a good hour and a half session maybe out of this bowl. So me personally, I don't like to smoke more than 1 round of coals, which we'll get into that in a little bit, but this bowl is perfect for that. Okay, so as far as heating goes, I would suggest not necessarily cocoa nars, but any natural coconut charcoal. You will need a stovetop or some type of range to heat these up with. I wouldn't suggest a glass surface stovetop. It will get the job done, but it might mess with the finish on the stove, and you don't want to mess that up. And I would also suggest the Cloud Lotus. The Cloud Lotus is going to be an excellent accessory for any beginner smoker that I highly suggest. The reason why is because it's going to help you with heat management. You just put your coals in there and you let it go. You don't have to worry about it. Plus, if you pack your tobacco kind of wrong, it's pretty forgiving, and you won't really get that burnt sensation if you overpack it. So I really recommend the Cloud Lotus. I use it to this day, and it's an excellent accessory. Very much worth it. If you are a purist and you want to keep it traditional, you could always go HD aluminum foil, of course shiny side down, and you know, you have that. But I think for beginners it might be better to go with the Cloud Lotus. But if not, you know what I mean, you could always go with aluminum foil. Just remember, if you're gonna get the heavy duty aluminum foil, you only need 1 sheet, shiny side down. And if you're gonna get the regular standard aluminum foil, then go ahead and use 2 sheets, and of course, shiny side down. Okay, so really simple step right here. We're just gonna take our coals, place them on the stove like so, and we're gonna put it on the highest heat possible. Should take about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, and just keep an eye on it. It might not take that long, but some coals, you know, coals vary, so I'm just kind of throwing that generic number out there. But just go ahead and throw it on a high heat, and let's get to packing the tobacco. All right, so today I'm just going with a simple mix of mojito, a little bit of FML mint, and some perfect peach. So I'm pretty much just gonna separate my parts on a plate and aerate my shisha a little bit, just to kind of get it broken up. And again, we're using the alien bowl today, so we only need a good 15 to 20 grams. So we don't need that much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it on the plate and we'll be right back. All right, so here's my peach, here's my mojito, and just a pinch of FML. And basically, there's so many different ways you can pack. You could mix these up, you could take some scissors to it and cut it up even finer. You could remove the stems. I'm just gonna leave all this like so and place it in the bowl in sections. Kind of fill in those gaps. And what you want to do is pretty much fill it up and not exceed the rim. Now, it's going to be kind of a tough feat. I understand that. And I know you always hear, don't pack it down. But, I mean, you could kind of move it around a little bit. Just try to move it to the side to kind of fill any gaps. And then I like to just kind of do this little bit right here with the fork to kind of make sure that nothing is really going too far over the rim. But again, with the Cloud Lotus, you could actually probably pack more than this and still get away with it, just because the Cloud is so forgiving with the packs. But this is good enough for now. I'm only trying to go for about an hour, so this is gonna be perfect for me. So that's how we pack the alien bowl. Okay, so our clothes are looking good, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the fire off right now. And what I'm going to do, this really isn't recommended, but I'm going to let the stove cool down for just a little bit. Then I'm gonna set my Cloud on there just so it could already be hot and get my bowl going faster. Because if I don't do this, it's going to take a little bit longer for my bowl to start up. So you gotta be careful with this step, because if you put it on there while it's too hot, or you leave it on there too long, you're gonna mess up your Cloud Lotus. So I'm gonna let this stove cool down. My coals just finished. I'm gonna let the stove cool down for a little bit, and then I'm gonna put my Lotus on there, and then I'm gonna put my coals into the Lotus, and you'll see it here in a sec. Alright, so make sure you have some tongs that you can grab your Lotus with, because you're not gonna be able to touch this with your hands after this step. So, I'm just gonna put on the stove like so. I'm gonna put my coals in there like this. Whoops. Okay, you see how I'm putting them in there on their side and not flat? Alright, now I'm just gonna let my Lotus chill for a little bit, and when I'm ready to transfer it to my bowl, I'm gonna remove it from here, put it on my handy dandy transport cold tray jerry rig thing, and I'm gonna transport it over to my hookah. So we'll be right back. Alright, so I put my Lotus on. It's been on for about 2-3 minutes now, and check out the smoke output. Awesome Stormtrooper clouds. Excellent Stormtrooper O's. Now you'll notice it's shaking quite a bit and it's loud. I usually put on half a diffuser. It's basically a HEBA diffuser. I think it's like $2.99. They might have went up in price. I'm not quite sure, but they got so many different diffusers out now. But if you come across a HEBA diffuser, just use half of it, the top half, put it on there. It's gonna eliminate that sound if you don't wanna wake people up late at night, and it's gonna also reduce that shaking. So if you have coals on top of the aluminum foil, it's really helpful. So that's been the video, Hookah for Beginners. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this helped all of you out. I had a lot of fun making it, and yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed it and you want to share it with all your friends, feel free to share it on social media with your friends on Google+. Facebook, and Twitter. If you want to interact with me on Twitter, you can follow me at Hookah-Shisha. Yep, I know where it's at now. So I really hope you guys appreciate this video. And if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below. And I'm going to take you guys out properly.